This is North Beach by the Lort. It is 58.98 megabytes to download, and the description says, "Welcome to North Beach, a German map in Nordic style. Characteristics: real map with fictional locations, 37 fields, 40 buyable spaces, BGA, 6 productions, sawmill, gas station, shop, livestock dealer, 4 vending stations, yard with 2 animal stables, frames can be painted, build menu." Not quite sure what that means. Check out this map and have fun. So let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where you start off in all 3 modes. The map looks like this. It's not a huge map. So if we zoom out, we're normally sort of used to that size where the cursor's stopping. So basically we are on an island because this is all water, like so. We start off up here, sort of top left, and I am in new farmer mode. So in new farmer mode we get the farm area, field 6, and this area, and that is actually the BGA, like so. So we do start off with the BGA, owning it as a production chain. I'll go through farm manager and start from scratch, all that in a minute. The field prices vary, they're not too bad though. So we've got field 5 there for 46,776. These are smaller. That's only 25 grand, just over 26. This is, I think, the biggest plot. It's kind of that triangle shape. 320,880 to buy. 21's quite small, 21,000, so on and so forth. All the areas here in sort of the middle, down here where all the production chains and sale points are, you can't buy any of that. So I'm clicking on all of that. That is not able to buy. You can buy the water. That is going to cost you just over 20 million to buy though. I will say I came in, I added in a lot of money with the government subsidy signs, because I was intrigued to see whether it would allow you to sort of build out landscape out into the water. It did allow me to do that. I started in new farmer mode and I kind of went from this point out like that, not too far. It does take quite a while. I don't think the landscaping modes is quite as good as FS19 if I'm honest, but that's my personal opinion. But yeah, it will allow you to sort of build out across the island if you wanted to. Right, let's do slot counts now while we're here, and we'll go through equipment because everything's pretty much up here where we are. So like I say, I'm in new farmer mode, and the slot count in new farmer mode is 802. And we start off with Fendt Favret 511C small tractor. Got 2 medium tractors, the Voucher and the Massey Ferguson. Everything on this map is all base game equipment, the buildings. There is a couple of like different named sell points, but they, you know, you'll see in a minute when we get round. We've got the Deutschwar Topliner harvester, a 2017 Lizard pickup, a Valga trailer, header for your harvester. We've got the Rabe cultivator, Nordsten seeder, and the trailer for your header, and we've got 2 750 kilogram 10 winkle weights. That is what we have. Now, if you sell off just all that equipment that I've showed you, you can get the slot count down to 699. But if you sell off all the buildings here on our farm, including the cow barn, the farmhouse, etc. like that, you can get the slot count down to 614. You can get that down even lower because in new farmer mode we own the BGA, which you can just about see there, the dome of it. You can sell off the BGA. There is a bunker silo down there, but it wouldn't allow me to sell that off. I went into demolish mode, build mode, I just couldn't get rid of it. So you can't seem to sell the bunker silo, but if you sell the BGA, you can get that slot count down even further to 603. So there you go. If you come on here in Farm Manager and start from scratch, the slot count is 614. You don't start off with any land or equipment, and none of these buildings are here. This is just one open area. The BGA is there, but it doesn't show up on the map like that until you buy that land. That is 74,472 for that land. If you wanted to buy this area where the farm is, that's 188,928. And field 6 is 69,000 just over. There is quite a decent sort of area here. It's got a few trees on. There's no big clumps of forestry areas. We do have a sawmill up here, which is interesting, but there is trees scattered around, which we'll see in a second. But yes, so this is our farmhouse. We do have a sleep trigger here. And then if you're not familiar with this farmhouse, we have a garage there where our pickup is. And that icon there is your wardrobe, so you can change your clothes. If I run over here, we've got a little sort of promenade going down like there. There's people walking about. There is a couple of little clunky things on here like this that sort of just disappears into a pile of gravel. I'll point out a couple more as we go round. Obviously I don't want to be disrespectful because I wouldn't even know where to start building a map, but I'm trying to sort of give an honest review to you guys. So yeah, there is a couple of little clunky things and things, just like the way that sort of finishes there. That's not too bad. There's some worse ones than that. There's our harvester. Just over there you can see 2 of our tractors and a couple of bits of our equipment as well. But in the farm, as you can see, we do have some animals. We have chickens here. We go into this menu, scroll down, we have got 260 chickens. This is the large chicken coop, so that will hold 360. So we start off with 260. They are newborns though. And we also have 15 cows. We've got 5 brown Swiss and 10 Holsteins. And that is the smaller cow barn, which holds 45, I think. And they are the oldest cows, so they're 18 months old, both of them, the brown Swiss and the Holsteins. They do have a bit of feed, but they've only got hay and grass. They don't have any straw at the minute, so if you want to give them straw and get manure, you need to do that. The chickens are maxed out on the feed though, but obviously only for 260 worth. Your feed will go in there. The chickens obviously appear there. Here is your dialogue box. As you can see, top right, 260. We have out of a maximum of 360. Your eggs will appear over here, like so. Running around here, we've got 3 decent sized bunker silos. See, look, things like that. That doesn't look like it's been sort of connected up properly. But anyway, we've got 2 base game sheds, which are quite decent sheds. You can go inside and turn the lights on wherever you are stood. Same again there. There's nothing in any of the sheds. Over here we have the, I think this is the Farmer 800 plus OB 1000 silo. So this is 800,000 litre capacity. It will only do your standard crop types. It's not a multi-fruit one. And then we've got our cow barn. That's where your slurry is going to appear. You can drive through. I'm sure most of you are aware of this. So that's where your feed will all appear. This is where you'll tip your feed in and also your straw for the bedding. And then we've got our dialogue box just there. Like I say, 45 cows. We've got 15 in there, which is pretty cool. That is where you're going to get your milk from. And there's our cows. Pretty cool. While we're over this side, so as you can see, there is a few trees in this area, but you could easily cut them down because we do own, I think, up to around about here, sort of that triangle. So you could easily put in another field there if you wanted to, or expand your farm with the buildings. This is where I kind of built out from, just here, from this point. It allowed me to do that after buying that land for 20 million. And we do have a water point there. Again, base game, so that is going to charge you for getting water out. But I mean, just over there, you've got all the water in the world. As you can see, all of our equipment, well, not all of it, some of it, is scattered around. What else do I need to tell you? There is nothing modded in that I could see. They have got all the sort of base game farmhouses, etc. in there. In painting, there is nothing that we haven't already sort of seen. It's all pretty standard. We've got animal mud, asphalt, concrete, dirt, forest ground, grass, dry grass, gravel, rock and granite. That is it. There is contracts available, as you can see. There's the BGA, because we start off with that in new farmer mode. And bottom right over there, there is no collectibles on this map. So let's go and have a little tour around. Shouldn't take us too long because it's not a huge map. I think I've covered everything. There is traffic on here, and as you've already seen, there is people wandering around. So there is our field there, sorry, that is wheat. I think it's ready to harvest as well. BGA just in the distance. Now there is this plot here. That is not coming up as a numbered field. Here. 41,000 to buy. But it does say that it is a field. So not quite sure about that. Moving on. Here is our BGA. All pretty standard. So and so's. There's the bunker silo, huge one. I couldn't seem to get rid of that at all. Obviously, if you do get rid of the BGA, that makes this area quite a huge area. You could easily place down a smaller BGA if you wanted to. Just cut through there because we are naughty. We need to turn right. I'm going to kind of go down here and then come back on ourselves. We've got our animal dealer, which is just there. So these are some of the things, just the way this has been done. It's all a bit messy in my eyes, and some of the bits are quite bumpy. You can see it's not all smooth. So it's quite bumpy there. So that was our animal dealer. In here we have the shop, like so. So your shop menu is just there, and you've got a workshop trigger to pull in there, and you can customize, repair, repaint, etc. There's also your reset point down here at the shop. Moving on from there, we're going to sort of go back on ourselves where we just came from. So yeah, that's just obviously decoration, that building. It's a little bit of a waste of area, but it's just been done to bring the map to kind of life. It's not a bad little map though. I'm guessing this is the Lort's first attempt, so very cool first attempt. Like I say, I wouldn't even know where to start building a map, so all I'm trying to do though is give an honest review and to show you guys as much as I can. But again, look, the road's just... We've got a gas station here, fuel station where you can fill up. And then this is our sawmill, got wood chips there. So again, you can see it's quite bumpy here. Pull in there, you can sell your wood. If you want to buy this Sawmill as a production point. It is 100 grand, but there isn't a lot of trees on here, to be honest with you, and some of them you probably won't be able to access because you can't buy that land. So if you wanted to go down that route, it might be a case of planting your own or placing your own. Little things like that. Look, that's all floating. But there you go. Right, that's the sawmill. Let's hook out of here, and we have the grain mill just outside and across the road. But that is pretty cool view out there. I'll knock the sign down. Obviously you can't see anything in the distance, but it's very nice with the water there. This is the grain mill, which obviously you can use as a sell point, or you can buy it as a production point. But again, very bumpy there on that entry point. So moving on from there, we need to turn left here. Put on the brakes a bit. Again, we've got a little bit of a sort of abrupt end to the cobbles. It's a shame that texture isn't available in the painting, because I do really like that cobble. So on the right hand side we've got the cereal factory, which is just there. Then this is quite bumpy because you kind of have to go over the path or the pavement sidewalk to get to this sell point. So there is a sell point, that is Central Hotel, that's like a main sell point. So again, there's no sort of easy way in, you bump up over there, and you've got quite sort of square or right angles on these roads as well, which, yeah. Right, just to our left we have the bakery, like so, and we've got another sell point over here, and this one is the cafe. So they've put in a sort of building there and then added this on the end. That's your sell point, that's the cafe. Sorry, excuse me. We've got a bit of residential houses and whatnot down this end, which is pretty cool. Again, bringing the map to life. People walking around. I think we'll just get to the end of all these sell points and production chains, and then I'll show you where we went. So we'll move into here and then up round the back. Again, we've got to bump up the sort of edge. I did actually flip this pickup earlier. I went up too fast on one of these sides and it flipped over. That's probably just my bad driving though. This is supermarket, which is a sell point. And down this end we've got this building which looks like an office building. This is another sell point. And this is, I hope I say it right, Fovrentex. Fovrentex, yeah, something like that. It is written on the doors here. There you go. And then we've got 3 production chains which are pretty much on top of each other, just over this roundabout. Straight in front of us we've got the tailor shop, and then the one in the middle there is the sugar mill, which is around the back, like so. And then lastly at the end we have the spinnery, and that is pretty much it. That is North Beach by the Lort. We did this. We came from the main farm. As you can see, there's our tractors and our harvesters ready to go. But we came from the main farm along there into the BGA. Down here, did the animal dealer, the shop, back up there, along all the way to the end. We went into the fuel station, sawmill, back out. That was the grain mill. Along down here. Cereal factory, that sell point, bakery, the cafe down here, supermarket sell point, that other sell point across, and then we did the 3 production chains like so. That is it. that is the map. I think I have covered everything. So I hope you have all enjoyed the map tour. If you have, please give us a thumbs up, because that goes a long way to supporting the channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.